Hi, I'm Lorna Illingsworth, a mortgage advisor for Protection Investment Southampton, and today we're going to look at how divorce affects your mortgage. Separating or getting a divorce is a very stressful and emotional time. You're not only having to split your personal life, but you also need to split your financial lives too. If you have a mortgage or own a property with your partner, then it's wise that you speak with an expert mortgage advisor as soon as possible. There's no fixed rule on who gets to keep the property. This will depend solely on your circumstances. If you have a solicitor involved, it may not be decided by yourself and instead decided through court proceedings. When children are involved, typically the person who has custody of the children will stay in the property with the children. If one person plans to stay in the property or take on the mortgage, it's important that they can afford the property and mortgage. Alternatively, it may be decided that neither of you will stay in the property and you plan to sell the property. Although it's likely you may own your property 50-50, it's not always a given that this is the way the home would be divided up following a separation. Courts can decide that your assets are split differently depending on the individual circumstances, like a partner's economic situation or if children are involved. It's important that you gain independent legal advice if you're in this situation. Regardless of whether you are still living in the property or if one partner has moved out, both partners who've taken out the joint mortgage will still be liable for mortgage payments. It's important that you continue to pay the mortgage until a decision has been made. If you fail to make a payment on time or stop paying, this could cause huge financial implications for both of you in the future. A missed payment on a credit report will impact the ability to get a mortgage in the future. Most separations result in either the property being sold or one partner remaining in the property. If you plan to sell the property, hopefully you will have enough equity to pay off the mortgage, and whatever proceeds are left will allow you both to move on to alternative or accommodation. If you decide that one of you plans to stay in the property, you may transfer the property and mortgage into their sole name. This would be a transfer of equity and would require the sole applicant being able to afford to take on the mortgage by themselves. If the property is in negative equity when you are getting divorced, the proceeds from the sale of the house would not be enough to pay the mortgage off in full. If this is the case, you would need to speak with your mortgage lender to see if you can come to an arrangement, or you may need to find other funds to pay back the mortgage lender. Just because you are not named on the mortgage or deeds does not mean that you have no claim to the property when getting divorced. In UK law, the marital home is considered a joint asset. However, if your partner owned the property before you are married, then you may have no claim to it, as it could be defined as a pre-marital asset. Once your divorce proceedings have been finalised, you may now be hoping to start afresh and purchase a new home for yourself. Getting a mortgage after divorce is like a standard application and will solely depend on your income, outgoings and deposit. If your divorce proceedings have resulted in maintenance partners to your ex-partner, or for child maintenance, this will now be treated as a financial commitment and therefore reduce your affordability. A divorce or separation will also impact your other finances. Pensions, savings, investments and other financial assets will likely be affected by the divorce proceedings, especially if any of these are held jointly. We can provide a financial review after divorce to assess if your financial goals and plans are still on track. At Protection Investment Southampton, we've had plenty of experience helping our clients navigate the tricky process of a separation and divorce. This includes providing our clients with mortgage capacity reports, which they can use in divorce proceedings to evidence their ability to obtain a mortgage dependent on the different outcomes of the divorce. We then are able to assist with our clients' new life after divorce, including applying for a new mortgage. If you're in the process of a divorce currently and need advice on your mortgage, please get in touch on 02380 66 8407 or visit our website.